Here we have my garden. I'll get on the outside of it. You probably recognize some things growing in it. There's a gate here. I'm just gonna walk over it because I'm tall enough to. Should empty that out later. Right here, we've got potatoes. Got our cucumber patch. See some cucumbers over there. Come out here with a bag because every time I come out here, I'm always getting cucumbers and a variety of different other vegetables. So let's walk this way. We have some sunflowers. I think this is a Better Boy tomato. Corn, sunflower. It's a little bit more corn. Right here is a pumpkin vine that was just kind of training off from the pumpkin patch. Like 10 feet that way. So over here, we have 2 rows of beans, and in between them is onions. So I think they're blowing over, getting tall. But beans, onions, and then more beans. So, and this is my healthiest bed of green beans in the farm. I had a little bit of problems with pests, biting into the leaves. It's much worse. I'll show you a little bit later. Let's see if there's any cucumbers over here. There we go. Little tiny ones. Not quite ready yet. A few more days. And I come out here about every day, every other day. See how fast they're growing. They grow relatively fast, pretty honest. If I'm being honest. So, walk alongside the pumpkin and the sunflower. We get to more stuff. So, this was cabbage, but it went bolted because it's got way too hot. We have some beets in there, as well as some more potatoes. Chard, more cabbage, a couple weeds, but I've been pretty good on weeding for the most part. So if you do see any weeds like that probably is weed. Not like weed, but like, you know what I mean, weeds. Here I'm looking at, I think this is fuck off bug. I think this is my cantaloupe? Hopefully it is, because this is my cantaloupe right here. Small little babies. Oh my god, is that a cantaloupe? Yo, I'm gonna cry. Yeah, it's so cute. Hopefully, because we got a pumpkin growing right here. And he's getting really big. Holy crap, he was freaking huge. Like way smaller. This guy was growing right here, but he just kind of fell off because natural. He's the smallest pumpkin in the world. There you go. It won't focus. There we go, baby. If we go right here, this is a lemon tree, and I got a lime tree over here. That's the really big pumpkin, that big old black thing. Step carefully over here. Here we got watermelon, zucchini. Let's see if there's any zucchinis. Zucchini boys. I don't really see any zucchini boys right now. Yeah, cucumbers are going crazy over here. Bunch of small ones. Sunflowers. This is my cornfield. And this is where my planted some cantaloupe. Underneath here, well, yeah, underneath here was cantaloupe. The pumpkin was over there. I don't know why. I didn't think, but it's okay. Next year will be better. But I kind of fucks with it. It's kind of all over the place, overgrown, jungle vibes. It's kind of fun. You know, I'm the only one that knows where anything is in this farm. That's what it is now. I mean, the old garden, which I'll show you in a second. I showed you the expansion to the garden. Okay, here we go. That's a big old boy. That's a pretty good one for pickling. So I'm gonna go ahead. Kind of still a little babyish, but I mean, if you go to McDonald's, that's the size of your pickle slices, and your burgers. I don't have a bag with me, apparently. I think it's cabbage moths. Probably not the best for your garden. I'm trying to clone some tomatoes over here in this pot here. We have a whole bunch of tomatoes I've grown from seed. That one over there was a transplant. It's about the same size as these ones that's grown from seed. Actually, the seed's growing even better and faster. Then over here, you have just a fuckload of cucumber. I mean, cucumber's growing right there, and maybe a little right here. I don't remember right there, but they've just taken over a sea of pickles. So, artichoke right here. I think this artichoke's doing a lot better than the artichoke I have in the established garden because it is not doing so bad with the aphids. So we're working over here. We got even more pumpkin coming through. So it has started to train its way through my corn. I do have heavy winds, so that's a problem. It likes to knock my corn over. I'll have to get some stakes or something. Stake them up. See, I just have like random stakes everywhere because of that problem. So here, I wanted it to be sturdy, so I literally cut out a little doorway. And so you could walk through it. And this is the actual old fence. And there's no 6-foot high fence over here because I didn't think we really needed it. So, sunflower. Me. Let me fix that bitch. Continue onward below the sunflower. And the corn. We have carrots. A little pathway. And then we have our peas. Now our peas are doing really well. All started from seed and now they're 10 feet tall, flopping over and just growing back into itself. Here we got some trees that I think he was grown somewhere else. I took him and transplanted him over here, just somewhere from in my yard. And he grew from seed, and I love this, my favorite kind of tree. They grow all over before, loggers cut them down because of BS. So we got some flowers over here. I'm just going to take off these dead leaves. So it's nice to see that they're coming along. They're flowering back up. As you see, all the tall ones are, where they established, and on this bottom is all the new growth. A lot more new growth. It's freaking insane. My sugar peas, flowers, more crazy tall sunflowers. I mean, compared to me, like, it's freaking tall, man. This is a terrible thing, by the way. Whatever you'd call this. I don't know, like, goddamn. It's towering over me. Anyway, so rest. Right here, I think we have honeydew, and I swear to God, if this thing falls off, I'm gonna be fucking PO'd because the last one fell off and it was about half that size. Over here we have cucumbers, of course. More sunflowers and things that have actually taken and attached to the fence because they were all flopped over and you could barely walk through this because they were all leaning over. Alright, now let's get into let's continue this way. So we have, I think these are snow peas and these are just other kinds of, I have like 3 varieties of peas. I honestly can't tell you exactly which ones. These are the green beans that were decimated by, I mean, you could just see the insect damage. I still get the green beans from them. They are still chugging along, but that other patch was planted just a few weeks after, and they're doing so much better than these ones still. So, yep. Alright. Anyway, this is my herb bed I kind of just walked past, so a little tiny sunflower. So over there we have some rosemary. In there, rosemary. And then we have parsley. Oh no, oregano, curled parsley. We have chive down here. This is regular parsley. This is purple kale. I had 3 plants, but I accidentally cut one off. And I tried to, harvesting my my kale. So, oops. Lesson learned. Well, that lesson not learned because I knew to plant multiple. Anyways, basil, that was doing not so well because I bought them and I didn't separate them because when you buy like a plant from the store, it might have like 3 plants actually in that little pot. And you actually want to take and separate them. So I actually took them and separated them out, and because of the shade and lighting, you can actually just see how much better this one's doing versus that, and that one's pretty crazy. So next year I will actually figure out good ways to plant things, because this year I was trying to like, you know what, F it. And you know what, it's working, and I don't care. It could be done a little better, but I don't mind. So we have some broccoli over here, a whole bunch of onion that I bought from Sets, Brussels sprouts, flowers and things that I planted from seed. Now this is purple green beans. They're pretty cool. Yes, purple green bean, pretty epic. And we got artichoke. As you can see, just look at the decimation being brought upon these artichoke here, and I have to freaking spray them like every freaking week, and basically it's so bad. Anyway, some other kind of pea pod bean. I honestly have no clue what these are. I forgot, some kind of oriental bean, I think. Yeah, like that's a bean. There's just some kind of bean. Squash that I would definitely need to not plant in a little tiny container next time, because that's basically just like a zucchini or the cucumber kind of. This is zucchini. This is 3 plants of zucchini. Yeah, not planting them in this thing next year. That is for goddamn sure. Alright, so a little bit back this way. Past the corn that we have on this side that actually planted first before the extension. We have potatoes down here, and all the corn actually has its tassels, its little hairs. We have pumpkin that's actually being weaved in and out of the fence here. And little pumpkins, but I don't know if they're gonna start growing. I haven't really seen too much success with them growing on the fencing. We got some sunflowers, little one versus freaking thick boy, and you know, little tiny sunflower, big sunflower. They get freaking fat, huge, tall. We got corn over here, along with some green beans, just kind of in throughout here. I think there might be some, I don't think that's cucumber. It might be cucumber or some kind of squash. Green beans. We have tomatoes over here. We got some good old cherry tomatoes. Looking great. We had radishes here, but they're pretty quick crop, and I just haven't planted anything in them because I haven't thought of anything to plant in them. Yes, a few tomatoes right there. I'll just stash them in my pocket. Got some asparagus spears growing up right here. Well, not asparagus spears. This is the first year, so they're just bushing out. Like it's going to take a few years to get actual asparagus spears. Right here is another crop of green beans. A little bit more successful than the first crop, but not as successful as the newest crop. And I think the newest crop is pretty successful because I actually put in a netting around it right when it was first seeded and like sprouting up. It wasn't really like thick netting, but I kind of like double layered it, and I tried to put a fencing. I didn't like cover it completely either, just like along the sides. I don't know if it actually helped, but yeah. I need to do some serious help on these tomatoes because they are falling down and killing themselves. Which is not good. Whole bunch of ants down there. Don't know what they up to. Zucchini boys, broccoli. It's not doing too hot. Got some little tiny boys. Big old zucchini plants. They just keep growing and growing and growing. They do not know when to stop. It's a nice red tomato. Take that. Little bigger tomatoes over there. You know what? I gotta go get a steak or something and prop these hoes up. I think I'm gonna do that right now.